Tony Wilson invites you to a party on the other side of midnight.
One of our bosses the other day pointed out that we'd given people a taste of Barcelona, of Cannes, of even Glasgow on the other side of midnight, but we hadn't given people a taste of Manchester, where the programme comes from. So we thought we'd do something about that. Tonight, Sunday night in Manchester, some people are holding a big party. It's just getting going. You're invited on the other side of midnight. A very good morning. As we were saying, these people at Hacienda were holding a party in a swimming bath, so we thought we'd drop in. We'll be looking at the action on the dance floor and the far activity pool in the course of the next half hour. We're also taking this opportunity to bring you the first British live television performance of A Guy Called Gerald, and we're going to be talking to Pete Waterman about the way things are going in part two. But first of all, let's tell you about this. This is the new piece of Morita-esque technology, the Sony Handycam Sports, advertised in the press as a camcorder that you can use in Manchester. Now, that isn't to do with the rain. A lot of people think it is. It's to do with the fact that a lot of people in Manchester have parties in swimming pools. Very useful for in Manchester. It's a brand new piece of equipment. We brought along Richard Heslop, the king of Super 8, to test this thing, and his pretty assistant Yolanda. What's that thing you're wearing made of?
Rubber.
The best looking girl on the block, but we'll look at that later. What do you think of it first off, Richard?
Yeah, it's still definitely butter.
It looks like butter to Richard. He's going to go off and shoot some stuff. At the end of the half hour, we'll show you what the new Sony... Don't get it wet, Richard, don't get it wet. We thought we'd begin tonight with a little fashion, since we're all such fashionable people. And I'm not just wearing this wetsuit to look completely stupid. We're going to look at wetsuits. Michael Griffiths runs Diamond, one of Britain's major UK wetsuit producers. Are they a hot item, a fashion thing?
They're all the rage now.
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you?
Of course, yes, why not? I mean, everybody's using them. In the water sports and down the street, everywhere.
Okay, fine. Now, these bright colours we're wearing, I'm not going to call them acid colours in case someone pulls a plug on the programme, but nevertheless, although they are coming in this last 2 years, you tried them before.
Yeah, we tried them 8 years ago, and it must have been before time, because they didn't take on there at all. But now they're all the rage.
All the rage. We're going to look at a selection of your stuff, and thank you for making this for me. Rubber people, please, let's get out of here and see you. Thank you. Come on. What we got here is we've got our two fashion presenters. Come on, down, move fast. We got Phil Eccles and we got Richard Creme, who've had very special rubber, I mean, unbelievable dinner jackets made for them. Fantastic. What are they? Are that made out of rubber, that stuff?
Yeah, the long johns, the body part, is made out of smooth skin rubber, which is pure rubber, and the jackets are made out of rubber with a nylon lining, which gives this dinner jacket effect, complete with a yellow bow tie.
The suits look great. They don't, but they never do. Okay, fine, you two. You also had this designed for me and built for me at Michael's place. Do you want to say anything about this?
Yeah, well, you were so fat we had to put a yellow thing down the front here.
No longer Fat Boy Wilson.
No longer Fat Boy Wilson. They're so nice to me. They're not nice to me. The details they put in for me. What do you put in for me there?
Designer Gaultier badge in the back.
Okay, fine. Any other details?
The old adjustable waistband here.
Fine.
Keep it.
Let's keep it in. Right, fine. Let's go down the row here and look at some of the stuff that Michael's company do. Diamond. Oh, lovely. You're keeping out of the camera, Phil. That's a very nice way of doing it. First of all, Salts is wearing... This is the kind of straight blue stuff that everyone wanted in the early 80s. It's still going strong, though. What do you think?
Straight blue.
Straight red stripes.
It's very nice. It's a bit Speedo, though.
Very Speedo.
Very Speedo.
Well, Speedo...
But very
Behave yourselves. Now, here we have swimsuits in the kind of rubber. What do you think of that?
This is fashion, Tony. This is fashion.
I think it is. Well, what do you think of it?
I think it's all right. It feels good.
It feels good, because you don't normally wear the heavy rubber stuff when you're swimming.
It matches you, Tony, as well.
Oh, thank you very much. This gentleman's wearing, what's this?
This is a convertible jacket.
A convertible. Yeah, the guy's top comes down. What, these things come off?
Yeah, these sleeves come off, so when it's cold, you can keep them.
I particularly like these colours.
Acid house colours.
No, don't start. We're getting enough of that. I think this suit is my favourite. And this, again, would you wear this on the beach?
Don't quite think so.
Don't think so, no. Well, let's not ask her what she wears on the beach. What do you think of this one, then?
Well, you wanted to wear the male equivalent of that, Tony, but we decided you couldn't possibly.
No, fine. I think that's a lovely suit, even if you wouldn't wear it. She looks lovely. Right, stay with me. Round this side. This gentleman here. Go on, All right. Those look really nice.
Yeah, feels very nice.
This man's got a deformed knee.
No, he hasn't. That's a really good way of good knee pads. They're trendy.
Trendy knee pads.
Trendy knee pads. Right, go on. This lady looks good. Up again there a bit. Another one of these swimsuits.
These were acid colours before they were acid house, Tony.
Don't. Right, fine. This gentleman's in what? This is a deep sea suit, some sort of thing. Yeah? You're really hot.
This guy's sweating to death.
And finally, Karen, you've got a nice diagonal.
Got a two-piece suit on here.
Looks really good.
With a hood.
With a hood as well.
Isn't this what's known as the double diamond in the trade?
Fine.
It works wonders,
A
apparently.
last comment about wetsuits.
Stay wet.
Just hot, Tony,
Don't start. Thank you, Michael, for bringing them all in, all right?
Thanks very much.
Very kind of you. Right, we're going to take some music now. I don't believe you people. Yes, you look fantastic. We're going to go through to the next swimming pool for the first British television appearance. God, the water's getting to me. Of A Guy Called Gerald. My brain's going rusty. This album, North, The Sound of the Dance Underground, is in your shops from tomorrow morning. It's whatever they call it. It's the kind of music that's happening in the north of England up here. One of the major tracks on this double album is A Guy Called Gerald. We'll go to the next place and see what he's playing. See you in a minute. There's A Guy Called Gerald. That was, which camera are we on here? This is delightful, down the far end. Oh, hi. Guy Called Gerald. This is Moosid House, by the way, as opposed to Acid House. Ted Polimas is an American writer, a body stylist, who's been on every chat show in Britain. This week you have, and normally we'd get worried about that. But basically, we thought you might have things to say about what's going on here. Do you get any impressions of what the people are doing? Go on, what's
Well, the fun thing is that like in a swimming costume in a pool situation, people are doing the same thing that they do in their normal dress. They're talking about what makes them different as people and similarities they have, whether they're fashionable, whether they've got a lot of money and can afford the most expensive thing going and things like that.
So what do our swimmers in the other pool look like when they're popping them on?
Well, that's what I say, is that they're not saying one thing. Different people are saying different things. Some people are saying, I'm really fashionable, I've got the latest swimsuit. Some people are saying, I've got the most expensive swimsuit. Some people are saying, I'm one of the gang and I've got the same swimsuit as all of my mates have and things like that. It's the same thing that people use body decoration and clothing for throughout the world.
All right, what are your t-shirt is what? Limoges, Polynese, careful with your microphone. Very nice lycra shorts though.
Yes.
What do they say?
They say...
Oh no, ow. So he's one of the organisers.
Okay.
Cons, I'll kill him. What are you wearing?
They say boy.
Oh yeah?
That's to identify what sex I am.
I'm glad. We need some help there. We need some help. You can be quiet as well. So listen, what about the dancing that's going on? It's just beginning to get started now. Did you notice any of that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Again, nice clothes and things like that. It's a little hard to see people with all the smoke machines and all like that, but yeah, it's the same sort of thing. People dress in the same kind of ways to stand out from the crowd, to show that they're particularly unusual, daring, sexy.
So we got some daring, unusual, sexy people here?
You sure do, yeah.
Fantastic. That's the kind of party I like to go to. So finally, in the last minute, I mean, what about Jonathan Ross's dress sense? You were on the Ross show the other night.
Well,
I
don't like double-breasted suits, you know, myself.
Yeah?
But
I wear them all the time.
He wasn't wearing one. You wear double-breasted as well?
I'm just
Well, you and Jonathan are the problem here, you see, because you can't buy single-breasted suits anywhere.
You can. You've got a good single-breasted, haven't you?
Single-breasted wetsuit.
You can buy good suits.
Fine, you can buy good
suits. But you're wearing a double-breasted.
Yeah, well, I'm very stylish, swimsuit style, courtesy of that.
No, fine. No, there are some single-breasted with a bit of style these days. Do you think people in double-breasted suits should be got rid of, something done about them?
I don't think they should all be locked up, no. I just choose to wear single-breasted because I like to keep peculiar.
So, and the final question, have you enjoyed traipsing around Britain reading your book?
Yeah, but I've enjoyed being here most of all.
That's what I like to hear. That's what. Lovely.
Thank you, Tony.
This was the best.
Well, I got some swimming in. What lovely-looking ladies. What more could you ask?
That's what we always say. Swimming, lovely-looking ladies. That's Manchester for you on a Sunday night in early November. We're going to go back to, I don't know whether the dance floor or the other pool, then take a break. We'll see you with Pete Waterman in part 2, and stay wet. All right, the dance floor is still a bit cool. We don't get going in this city till about 1:30, but the pool's hot. The pool's hot. Two things about Ted Polimas. Oh, this is our floor manager. He fell in. You poor bugger, right? This is Ted Polimas' book, and it's better than you think. It really is a very good book. Plus, Ted Polimas has been seen at Skin in London wearing a studded leather jockstrap. Not wearing a studded leather jockstrap tonight, Peter Waterman. We're going to talk to him, but first of all, let's roll a tape. Peter Waterman presents the second best pop show on television. The first best pop show is Rapido. If you're not watching that, you're stupid. But Peter started early this autumn with a show called Hitman and Her. If you look at it, this is what it used to look like. It was northern dance club life, disco life, but it was pretty straightforward. The straightforward disco that's been going throughout the 70s. Now, at the same time as Hitman and Her began like this, we were dealing with, I suppose, other kinds of dancing. This is the kind of stuff that on the other side of midnight we were looking at, where people have their hands in the air. I think you know what we're talking about. And suddenly, in the last 3 weeks, the Hitman and Her, and there he is, yes, Mr. Waterman, who I believe, Mr. Waterman, you have said that Keith Fordyce looked daft, and it doesn't worry you about looking daft. Is that right? Because Keith Fordyce did the job.
Yeah, it doesn't worry me at all.
All right. I think you do. I loved your show when it was a straight show. It's gone strange in the last 3 weeks. What happened to you?
We went to Blackpool.
Yeah.
And in the afternoon, we'd planned the show because we rehearsed it in the afternoon. About an hour before it went on the air, I was watching what the clubbers were dancing to, and it wasn't what I was playing, so I rushed back to Warrington to a mate I knew who had all these sort of records, and shot back and completely started playing them in the club. It just worked. There was a better atmosphere in the club, and the show worked better.
How do you feel about it? It's not part of the Rick Astley, Kylie Minogue dance thing, but you're playing these records now. How do you feel about it?
Great. It's entertaining. It's more entertaining than I was. The show's more entertaining now than it was when it was in Warrington.
When it was the straight stuff?
Yeah.
All right, but the scene is very much under attack, isn't it? I mean, are you under attack for doing what you're doing?
Yeah, of course I am, but I'm always under attack, me. You know?
Yeah, but normally you're under attack for being very successful, making perfect pop records, for not being underground. But suddenly you're promoting what seemed to be underground, what the BBC are banning. I mean, is that what you're under attack for now?
Yeah, but really, when we started 4 years ago, we were making gay dance music, which was underground then. I mean, only really the last 12 months have we become an establishment, and we don't want to be establishment.
And now you're not establishment anymore?
We've never tried to be.
But do you think you can go on doing the Hitman and Her on Saturday nights like that with the public upset that's going on?
I hope that the public don't think we're part of the upset and the drugs, because it has nothing to do with music. Has nothing to do at all with that scene at all. That's just certain television programs and newspapers cashing in. But
I sat there and turned on the TV, and you were shouting "Acid" when I turned the TV on.
Right.
And that's nothing to do with drugs then?
No, because there is a song called "Acid" by D-Mob, and I would say 99.99999% of the people that bought that record, that put it at number 3 in the charts, had no idea what scene it came from. It was a pop record.
So, very briefly, I mean, does Hitman and Her now provide a serious service if the BBC are banning this music?
Yes, I think so. I mean, if you go to any club up and down this country at the moment, 99% of the music is so-called acid music.
And you're happy about that?
Yeah, I think it's great. Best thing since the Beatles.
Best thing since... I say it's the best thing since the Pistols, but fine, Peter, thank you very much for coming in and joining us tonight. Okay, what have we got next? We're going to go to aerobics?
Dancing!
Dancing, dancing! Okay, while all that's going on, we thought we'd take you a brief little tour of an incredible part of the swimming pool, which is very old Turkish baths. These two people here very kindly acting our models as window dressing, because basically we had to move a lot of naked people out of here. You both look wonderful. Of course, you came into this Turkish bath thinking, I want to see naked people. We understand what the viewer wants, so we have naked people, 2 naked people. Pretty revolting thought. The other side of midnight has 2 researchers. They've taken their clothes off. You're going to meet them now. It's what you've been waiting for. Hi, kids. How's it going in there? Well, what's cheap? It's late night television, man. People are really... Now, I can stand here until this steam evaporates. It's even cheaper. It's late night, through the night television. Okay, just enjoy yourselves, boys. of the records that are being played. It's part of the experience that we never quite know which ones they're being played. You just hear them again 3 minutes later and it's wonderful. The people who do know what they're playing, Graham Park, you're one of tonight's DJs. Who's the other DJ tonight?
John Dasilva.
All right, we should give them a bit of credit. Two very quick things about this scene. It seems under attack from two sides, both law and order want it stopped, and other people. I mean, there was a guy I saw on my network, a very nice guy last night, saying, you know, we started it, but now everyone's getting into it, they want it finished. Can you respond to those two attacks?
Well, they're very, very unfair attacks. The scene will develop, it will continue to develop. In Nottingham, Manchester and Sheffield for 2 years we've been playing house, it was developed into acid, London got into it. It'll just develop. There's loads of different styles of house music.
Yeah, but it was underground. You were one of those people, you started it. Now that it's on Hitman and Her, now that it's all over the place, isn't it devalued?
Well, to a certain extent, you've got a lot of people like your Stock Aitken and Watermans making acid house mixes, which is like crazy.
He'll do a very good job on it, be fair on him.
I don't know, I've never heard him do a good job.
All right, Graham, let's just welcome on our man here as we come to the close of the show. Mr. Heslop, how's the piece looked here? Remember, for those coming in late, we've been road testing the new Sony Sportscam.
Needs a wider lens and the zoom's a bit slow, but apart from that...
It does need a wider lens.
Yeah.
But apart from that, what?
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. You want to eat it. Can you play some of it for us?
I think it's playing.
It's playing. We got some playing now. I think we're looking at some of your stuff now. There we go. I mean, how does it compare to Super 8, which you use for kind of cheap and vibrant sort of images?
Just so you can get more of it. It's not as good, it's different.
It's not as good as Super 8?
Nah.
No, you should tell Sonny that. Graham, don't go away. Graham, stay where you are. You're going to fall in the water there. So fine. Face this way around. So, what do you think of all the kind of acid house videos that you now see on Hitman and Her? What do you think of them as a video maker sometimes?
I haven't seen that many videos recently, so I couldn't really comment.
A great question, that, ladies and gentlemen. He has nothing to say about it. He's only interested in his camera. You can't have that, by the way. You can't have that, Richard. Any other problems with the camera?
No, it leaks a bit, but not much.
It leaks a bit, but it's not meant to go underwater, is it?
No.
All right. We're looking at it now again, right? Oh, there we are. Some nice, fast stuff you've got there in the other pool. Did you get wet tonight, Richard?
I did.
You didn't? Well, not that wet, for heaven's sake. A final word from you, Graham, about DJing tonight. I mean, it's just beginning to get going here. What's the secret of being an acid house DJ for people who want to be an acid house DJ?
I'm not an acid house DJ, I'm just like a good DJ, you know? I play the stuff that people want to hear.
That's what Waterman does. You're a DJ like Waterman's a DJ. Admit it. Go on, it's the same definition.
Can I just say that the good thing about the whole acid thing, it's meant that anyone can make records. The technology's got cheap. People are making like cheap videos, cheap records. Anyone can do it, but it's got to be good, you know?
And we've been making quite cheap television here. Well, actually, it's not that cheap with some of these people, particularly with him having to be dried off over there. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to get on with partying. We'll see you on the other side of midnight next Sunday night.